No.
Okay. So first, um, and you said you're like new to jungle. Like I guess you just swap roles.
Yeah,
Okay.
because ADC is a bit boring.
Okay. ADC to jungle. That's quite the change.
Uh,
So the first thing junglers should do starts in champ select or the loading screen, or like right now. So that is to make a plan. Um,
mhm.
did you make a plan this game? But like,
No.
no, okay. So I'll teach you how to make a plan. Um,
Mhm.
so usually the plan starts by looking at the champions in this game, like the matchups. So
Mhm.
um, I usually start by looking at jungle first. So let's look at that. We have you are Kha'Zix and you are against Fiddlesticks. Do you? I'm assuming you don't know because you just started jungling, right? But
Yeah.
I don't think you know how this matchup goes. Do you know anything about this matchup?
Not really.
Okay. Do you know anything about Fiddlesticks?
His ult sucks, everyone.
Okay. Okay, I'll show you what I'm thinking, and this is more advanced. I'm gonna teach you right now. We'll get to. I'll teach you some advanced things, and we'll also teach you some basic things. Well, the advanced thing is to know what Fiddlesticks does, even though you don't play Fiddlesticks. Like, the more you jungle, the more you'll see Fiddlesticks, and then you'll start to learn what he does. So I don't blame you right now that you don't know what he does. Um,
Mhm.
Fiddlesticks is we call it full clear jungler. Which means he usually likes to full clear before he does anything. He can gank. I mean, every jungler can gank. Every jungler can full clear, right? But it's good to know their tendencies or what they usually do. So Fiddlesticks usually likes to full clear. Um,
Mhm.
what about you as Kha'Zix? How many Kha'Zix games have you played? Is it just three or? Uh,
Uh, yeah, like three.
Okay, you're very new at Kha'Zix too. So, well, but in those three games, what have you like? What do you like to do like yourself as a Kha'Zix player in general? Have you noticed any tendencies yourself?
I feel like I just clear everything and then I take drag or I gank and then I just clear, go back to clearing and I gank and
Okay, when you say clear
just
everything, like you
uh,
like usually like a full clear.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty standard for Kha'Zix, a beginner Kha'Zix. That full clear is pretty good on him. He's not the fastest at it, but the reason Kha'Zix likes to full clear is because his level 6 is much stronger than his level not 6. Like because when you get 6, you get an ultimate and you also evolve something.
Mhm.
And then Fiddlesticks, it's the same thing. Except Fiddlesticks has one thing over you is he farms pretty fast. So Fiddlesticks farms fast, and when he gets level 6, he's also very strong. So yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. But the way this matchup goes is Fiddlesticks and you both like to full clear, but Fiddlesticks does not like to get invaded. He's very weak in invades. Like if someone invades him,
Yeah.
and he's also not the best invader. Like he can't really invade you very well. But you, on the other hand, you can full clear, but you have an advantage over Fiddlesticks early game is that you can also invade. Like your invades are decent, especially if you have
Mhm.
a teammate. Like sometimes I'm not talking solo invade, but you can solo invade. But I'm talking if you had a teammate. So this is just knowing the champion's strengths and weaknesses. So strengths, you both like farming till 6. Weakness, Fiddlesticks does not like to get invaded. Your strength is you're a decent invader as well. You don't have to full clear. You can invade. Okay. That's a lot of talking about just theory right now. After we're talking about jungle, then I start to look at the lane matchups because
Mhm.
that will decide that will help you decide what to do. I'll give you an example after we talk about top lane. So I said I make a plan. I look at jungle, then I go top, mid, bot. Like it doesn't have to be that order, but that's just how I do it. So the next thing I look at is top lane. Um, do you? So the question I would ask myself, or I'm asking you right now, is: do you know, or do you have an idea how this matchup goes? Pantheon versus Echo top lane.
Um, Echo loose line.
Yeah, Echo's not really even a top laner. I don't think. I don't think he's
Yeah.
like he's not even a top laner, and even if it was Echo mid versus Pantheon mid, Pantheon still beats Echo mid lane too. Like just that's
Mhm.
just Pantheon's just really strong early. Pantheon has Ignite. Pantheon has Conquer. Echo has Teleport. Dark Harvest. Echo has nothing going for him against Pantheon here. So top loses.
Mhm.
Um, so what that means is Pantheon will push Echo, and what that also means is you have an opportunity to gank top because Pantheon will be pushing into Echo. So that's what I mean by making a plan. It's like I before the game starts, I already assume top loses, but also I assume Pantheon will push, which means
Mhm.
there will probably be an opportunity to gank Pantheon. That's like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, and then we go to mid lane. Um, how do you think mid lane goes?
Uh, we win mid lane.
You win mid lane? I'd say kind of. So Sims is not a very popular mid laner, so hard to say. But Malzahar doesn't really do anything but clear waves, and Singed is fine with that. I mean, Singed mid's main strength is that he roams. It's not really that he kills Malzahar, but that he roams
Yeah.
to like the junk to help you kill fiddlesticks or top or bot. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, but I wouldn't say like you just win, but yeah, Malzahar can farm fine, but Singe will be winning by killing other people, not Malzahar usually. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we look at bot lane. Usually, you look at them together. So bot lane is a 2v2. What do you think about bot lane
Mhm.
here?
Oh, we lose spot.
You lose bot.
So let's.
Blitz. Yeah. Well, it depends actually. I mean, it really depends. But in lower elo, yeah, I would definitely say you lose bot. In higher elo, I don't
Yeah.
think you really lose. So it's a skill matchup. This one is. So Blitzcrank is really good at getting kills. Right, he just pulls one guy, and whoever he pulls, they die.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
the thing that you have though is Sivir spell shield can negate Blitz hook, and Jin can play like behind Sivir, and like you can place traps and stuff. You outrange your bot lane outranges them because you have two ranged champions versus their one ranged champion, and you have Sivir wave clear. Like Sivir can push better than Misfortune can. So
Mhm.
um, bot lane looks like a skill matchup to me, but since you're in lower elo, I definitely favor the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is really good in low elo because
Yeah.
like higher elos they're good at like dodging the hooks and respecting the hooks, but lower elo not so much. So yeah, I think your assessment's fair to say that the blitz is quite scary. Yeah, especially into two ranged champions with no dashes. Right, Sivir, Jin, they don't have any dash or anything. They're squishy.
Mhm.
So it's not that hard for blitz to get them. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I do favor bot. Okay, that's right. So what that means is bot lane is kind of a hot lane here, because there's advantages on both sides. Like your bot lane has range advantage, so they can control the wave better. Their bot lane has kill advantage because they can just pull one guy. So um, if you can go bot lane, that could there's a higher chance that you'll see action, like there'll be a kill to or something will happen, compared to top lane was okay because Pantheon will push Echo, right? We already said that, but
Mhm.
the problem with that is just because he's pushed doesn't mean you can gank him. That's a thing to learn about jungling is there's other factors that go into a gank. So Pantheon will push Echo, but I'll just give you a hypothetical situation. Like he'll push Echo, but maybe Pantheon will be full HP and Echo will be like half HP. Maybe Pantheon will be level 3, Echo will be like level 2. Maybe Pantheon has like 10 minions and Echo has like 5 minions, at the time you gank. So Pantheon can it's kind of hard, but No, it's doable. Like he can 1v2 you guys decently. At least not die. And then if you add Fiddlesticks into the equation, like if you gank top and then Fiddlesticks comes to counter gank, then you guys are screwed top lane. Because like 2v1 is great, but 2v2 is not so great for you guys. So my plan would be to look at my bot lane this game as the Kha'Zix. So what the decision you make is, do I gank bot or do I gank top? I mean, because right, like you start blue buff and you full clear up, that means you're planning to gank top. You start red buff and you full clear down, that means you plan to gank bot. So this game I would start the red buff and then go down to my bot lane. That's one plan. That's the simple plan. There's another plan that you could make. I don't know how Singed mid really works. I'm not too familiar, but if he gets early priority, like I don't Malzahar can't do anything to him. He doesn't even need priority. He just needs he can give up the wave to roam with you, so you and Singed can invade Fiddlesticks on the second buff. So let's imagine Fiddlesticks starts red buff, you start blue buff, or whatever. You start whatever. It doesn't really matter. Any path works. You clear 3 camps, you get level 3. Then you go to invade Fiddlesticks blue buff with your Singed in the mid lane coming with you. Fiddlesticks is very weak, right? We said against invades. So there's a decent chance you get a kill. If you don't get a kill, you at least get a flash, and then you get to take his like blue buff afterwards or something like that. So those are the two main plans I would go for. So again, that's full clear or plan to full clear, gank bot lane. The other plan, it really depends on your Singed, is if my Singed is playing with me, we can invade Fiddlesticks on the second buff. Those are two plans. I think they're both fine, but it really depends on the game. The invade also, it depends on, did you track Fiddlesticks, because you need to know which buff he starts. He could start blue buff, he could start red buff, right? So if you tracked him properly, then you can invade. If you did not track him, like sometimes he will start the buff without a leash, then it's hard to track him. Then you can give up that plan and just go for the gank bot plan. So you can already see jungle's a flexible role. So I'll give you an example. Let's say the best plan would be to start red buff, plan to invade Fiddlesticks, okay? If you track him, then do it. If you don't track him, then continue full clear bot and then gank bot. So you can pivot your two plans. One plan is to invade Fiddle if you track him, and if you don't, it's not the end of the world. You can gank bot, and then if you can't gank bot, like maybe your bot lane died or they're pushing and you can't, then you just full clear, and that's plan C. So like plan A, invade Fiddlesticks, plan B, gank bot, and plan C, full clear. And any of those plans, are good. Ideally, the first plan works, and then if not, ideally plan B works. If not, plan C is okay. Full clear is still okay. So this is how jungling works in the very early game. So right now we see it. It's 11 seconds. We haven't even started the game, and this is what I, as a jungler, already planned out in my head. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay. And then okay, now you can press play. Now let's look at the actual game. So what you do, and then I'll comment on what you could have done or whatever. You see the all? Can you show only red team? All? Yeah, red. Cause and then you see the eyeball. Can you under red? Yeah, click that, and then show everything. Show the scoreboard. Show chat. Objective. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. So let's see what you do. And I think you're gonna start blue. Most low elo players, start balling for the stronger leash. It's not bad, but like I said, my plan was start red. It's the higher percentage plan. Your plan is not bad because yes, Pantheon will push Echo, so there might be a gank topside. Yeah. Your plan, in my opinion, is like plan D. So.
Yeah.
Which is still not bad. So like in jungling, there's a lot of options, and then nothing is bad per se, but there's always like a better one like that. Also, the problem with ganking top is Fiddlesticks clears faster than Kha'Zix. That's just the knowledge of different champions. So if you gank top, but Fiddlesticks ganks top too, he'll be there first. He could place his wards and see you, and then you just can't gank Pantheon. And then yeah. And then another factor is that Pantheon will be beating Echo. So if you want top Scuttle Crab, it's very difficult because Pantheon can help Fiddlesticks get the top Scuttle Crab in that top situation. So yeah, there's several reasons why starting blue buff is not the best play here. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Oh, we go back. Did you track Fiddlesticks in this game? Like what I was saying about tracking. No. Can we go back? I wasn't tracking. Can we go back? Can you rewind it? There's a rewind button that we can see if we could have tracked it. Yeah.
If you want to, where?
Oh, there's just a 15-second button. You see that arrow? That's just 15 seconds. Do it again, one more. Click it. You click it. Every time you click it, it goes back 15 seconds. Click it again. Okay, okay, yeah, it's fine. Okay, no. So it's the way it works is every time you click that, it goes back 15 seconds
of the
game. Yeah. So here you're doing blue, you're getting leashed, right? And then as you're doing this, you want to look at the map to see is Fiddlesticks getting leashed. So you look top lane, you see Pantheon's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you don't see bot lane, so you can assume Fiddlesticks starts red buff with the leash. That's how you track.
Mm-hmm.
So like in my plan, if I was saying I'm going to invade Fiddlesticks, this is how I know he started red, and this is how I know he will do his blue buff, later. And then that's why I would invade him on the blue buff. So it looks like Jin got pulled bot or something. So it also is an in-game like I'd like to look at while I'm farming. I like to look at like what's happening. Like, can you look? Yeah, okay. So that it looks like he got pulled. Bot lane already lost, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, not well. Actually, they kind of traded evenly. They're, 3 summoners for 3. Two summoners. 3 summoners for 3, and one of them are low each. So your one is actually winning right now. And then you look at that, and you notice that Pantheon ignited. Maybe you didn't notice he flashed. Maybe Echo tells you he flashed. Can we look at mid? Okay, so here is where you would go invade, and then but it's telegraphed because Singed is getting pushed in, so he has to ignore this wave. Tell Singed, don't care about these minions, come invade with me, and then you go for Fiddlesticks blue buff. But this is the time. Yeah. And then here it's looking good because Echo died, but he teleported, so he's healthy again. So it is gankable. But the thing you should be worried about is Fiddlesticks is up here because we know Fiddlesticks started the red buff.
Yeah.
So as you gank, I agree with the gank, but as you gank, make sure you keep in mind, Fiddlesticks could be here. Fiddlesticks could be here. That's what I'm always thinking. Yeah. And then he is here. And then as I do this, I keep watching where's Pantheon. But this is good. You do beat Fiddlesticks 1v1. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. I don't know if you live, but it's still good. He has very little mana. Oh, very nice. I think he might spear you. Okay, so I would have gone through mid lane because he could spear you. Pantheon could throw the spear, but he didn't. I guess because mid lane is safe because you know where Malzahar is, right? And, so no one's gonna kill you mid. Your Sins is right here, so. That's good, but you can already notice how strong you are compared to Fiddlesticks, right? You 1v1 him, so that's why I'm saying one of your strengths is invading. You both like to full clear, but you have a strength over him is that you're invading. Here, I would assume the crab's gone, but I would still look at the crab. And that's just me, though. Especially in low elo, the scuttle crab. Fiddlesticks should be there before you to take it, though. But yeah. I would just check to confirm. So if you check and it's gone, then you at least confirm for your bot lane that yeah, Fiddlesticks is bot.
Okay.
Look at you. Let's look at you. Okay. So that was the brute force. That doesn't work. So you won't go back. I'll show you. Like,
Go back.
yeah, go back. Pause right here. Pause right here. So you just kept running in, right? And look at bot lane.
Yeah.
There's they're leaving. So there's a concept, right? Like how. If you walk towards them and they walk towards the tower, you're never going to catch them, right? You both move at the same rate. There's just nothing. You're just wasting. There's nothing. So the correct play would be to go into the tri-brush, their tri-brush. Hope it's not warded. It's chance it's warded. Because you have a pink here, so this is not warded. But you have to go behind them and hope that they go for like the wave or something. It doesn't look like they will, but that's the only way that this gank works out because you have no CC. I mean, you have the slight slow on your W, but when you go in, look at where your bot lane is. They're all the way back there. So even if you get on them, you're not going to kill them, and then your bot lane can't even help you do damage to them. Then Blitz will run back to tower, and then he'll hook you under tower, and it's just not good. So the only way this works is you go tri-brush, you hope they go forward, then you wait for your bot lane to like trade with them. You want them to fight, and then you go in like that. Yeah, yeah, that's all. Yeah. Press play. Here you can see like you walk at that. Yeah, you walk at them, they walk away. Like there's no distance. There's no way you catch them. Like yeah. But that kind of works out. You got Blitz flush, but yeah, it's not the right play. This one. What are you doing in base? Are you waiting for an item?
Yeah, I think so.
And then where are you going? Are you trying to solo dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. The problem with doing dragons against Fiddlesticks is his effigies. You know, he can make those fake Fiddlesticks called effigies.
No.
You don't know. Oh, Fiddlesticks has Fiddlesticks. He doesn't have wards. His passive is his wards are replaced by effigies, which are fake Fiddlesticks. Like you can place them on the map.
Damn.
And they have a really low cooldown, so oftentimes he just places them in the dragon. So it's really hard to do it. In this case, no. So it's fine. This is really good by you. This is really good because Fiddlesticks is not going to be level 6 at this time, and that's the only real threat to you is level 6 Fiddlesticks. Okay. You go back. Can go 15 seconds back. Let's see. Okay. So you jumped on dragon. I would have jumped on.
I wanted to kill before I died.
Oh no, you wouldn't. You might not even have died. I would have suggested you fight. Like, stop hitting the dragon and fight the enemy champions because your whole team is here too. You can win the team fight. So it's like the idea is win the team fight, then finish the dragon. So and you do you win the team fight? I think no, not really. 2 for 2. But yeah. So the correct play would be to jump on the Malzahar. Jump on the Malzahar, and when it does 2 things. It kills Malzahar for sure, because your team is all around Malzahar, and the dragon stops hitting you and it starts hitting like Blitzcrank. So the dragon's helping you guys in the team fight in that situation if you jump on Malzahar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you evolve first?
Q.
Q? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Q. So that's really good. If you were noticing that in game, Fiddlesticks flash ulted. Fiddlesticks without ult is not really a champion, so anytime he has no ult, you should force things like the Rift Herald.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem right now is Pantheon has Parallel. So I would look at Pantheon, like if he's full HP or something. But you have your Echo coming back, so here it looks like Pantheon's warding the Rift Herald, so it's not free, but definitely an option. Right, it's definitely an option. Not right now, but maybe in the next 30 seconds or so. And then yeah, he's not back in lane, so you have to wonder, is he doing it? And okay, yeah, he was doing it. Yeah, so unfortunately, Fiddlesticks is not a champion, but Pantheon is a champion. So Pantheon is the biggest problem for you right now in the top side. Yeah. This is okay, but I would just recall, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna recall, and he was trying to get me to fight him or something. And I just died.
Yeah, there's no. Even if they're not there, like this is just lost. If that makes sense. Like Echo does nothing to Pantheon. It's just lost. So the concept in League is to play for your winning team, not your losing team. And look at your Sivir. She's 4-0. You definitely want to be playing for the bot side rather than the top side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Possibly mid as well. Kha'Zix Singe is not bad against one Malzahar if you can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with Fiddlesticks top, okay, nice job, nice job. So here, I don't help them push. I take Fiddlesticks jungle. Because you have Sivir. Sivir doesn't need help pushing. She does it herself. So take the jungle, take the Crocs, take the Raptors. I don't even know if they're up. You check them, and yeah. So the way the game works is you ignore top, you take everything bot though, and then Fiddlesticks does the same. He should ignore the bot and just focus with Pantheon. Yeah. And this is good too. Yeah. Pretty good so far. But we need to take those camps. But in the dragon too.
Yeah. Saving big drag first.
The problem is Pantheon can ult, right? Because from base he can ult to bot lane, so every time he's missing, you do need to respect it. And then now you cannot take the camps. So early game, I actually prioritize the camps over dragon. Like I value the camps over the dragon, especially the enemy camps, because the camps, if you get more camps than the enemy jungler, you'll have more gold, and then with more gold, that means you'll be stronger. You'll be stronger, which means any future dragon is your dragon. So you don't really need to focus the early ones that much. Oh, nice. Okay, diamond. So yeah, you can think of it as you made a trade-off. For getting that dragon, you gave up 2 or 3 fiddlesticks camps, and 2 camps doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot when you consider that it's not only +2 for you, it's -2 for him. So you can think of that as actually it's 4 camps, and that's a lot of gold. And then at the same time, you're not actually giving up the dragon. You take those camps, and then you can still take the dragon. Maybe not immediately, but there will be an opportunity because you're ahead with those camps. Here, I wouldn't have gone here. I would have gone top side here because you notice your Jhin. Look at Jhin. He's in base. So if you go bot, you're never gonna gank bot because you don't have Jhin. It's just you and Sivir, right? So in that case, you should have gone top, cleared all those camps. Then when you finish clearing those camps, Jhin will be bot lane, and then you're ready to gank with Jhin. Yeah. So definitely would have gone top here first. Will you let Blitz live? Oh, you're helping. You're focusing Sizd. I mean, I think I would have gone for the Blitz. But it's a close call. Yeah, you have to choose between you kill you. The thing is why I would go for Blitz is the for sure kill. Mid it looked like a maybe. So Kha'Zix is dead. You need to be looking in his jungle. So you're not taking the opportunities to counter jungle very much. You know what you see. Like before, I said you should take his bot camps. Now you should be looking at his Gromp and his wolves. Like, does he have Gromp and wolves? Because he's dead, right? He's dead right now. And then if they see you, like maybe Pantheon sees you, you can get out, right? You have your E. So, and again here, where are you? Oh, you're in. Here I'd be looking to invade again the bot side because we see Fiddlesticks top, right? So I would look to take his Raptors and stuff. Yeah. You see that? Notice that I'm seeing a lot of chances for you to take his camps, but yeah, you're not. I don't think you're going for the camps. Yeah, a little greedy because you saw her there, right? And she threw the blast cone at you, so and they can see you. They can that plant shows you even if you're in the bush.
Yeah.
But I would have been in that situation. I actually would have been very greedy. I would have still tried to do the Krugs. So I would have jumped over, tried to do the Krugs, and then if Misfortune tries to stop me, I try to kite the Krugs back to my Sivir and try to take the Krugs. So again, the mindset is I always want to take any advantage I can. So like taking Krugs might sound like it's not a big deal, but they add up. Like you take enough of their camps, and it really adds up to your advantage. And you shouldn't be too afraid to do it on Kha'Zix because you have your ult, you have your E, right? It's really if you get caught, it's really easy for you to leave. Yeah. and that's also why it's not easy for Fiddlesticks to invade, because if he gets caught, he doesn't have anything to leave. He has to just walk. So it's dangerous for him, but not dangerous for you. And then let's look at you. So here again, another you're missing. Right now, I would try to take the camps. Like your W heals you. And if you do you have smite? No, you don't have smite actually. So maybe not. Maybe not. You're too low. If you were a little healthier, I would have still tried to keep taking camps. Like look at Fiddlesticks camps. There's so many times you can take them. Here, going to dragon is kind of pointless. Unless you have ult. Oh, you do have ult. You might be able to. Okay, yeah. Mostly pointless, but I respect the attempt. And then here, you should have approached the fight differently. You want to rewind? I'll show you. Rewind. Okay, yeah. So, wait, pause. Okay. So here, you want to flank them. Again, just like we talked about in the bot lane gank, you just run at them. That's not how you want to play Kha'Zix or, an assassin. I think you play AD carries, so you just run at them. That's normal for AD carries. But assassins, they want to come from behind. So you don't go through the mid lane. You go through like the bot river and look to go around them. And when you get around them, it's much easier to find a better angle. Yeah. Okay. That's all.
Oh, okay.
And also an item choice, I definitely would have gone Merc Treads. If you notice, they have a lot of CC. They have mostly for Pantheon and Fiddlesticks, it's point and click. Like they don't even have to aim it; they just click on you and you get CC'd. So Merc Tread's pretty strong for that. And also, not Ghostblade, although the other good item for the point and click is the Edge of Night. Edge of Night blocks one spell. And it's pretty strong against again, Pantheon, Fiddlesticks. Also good against Blitzcrank, right? If he tries to pull you, and you have the shield, you won't get pulled. So I definitely would have done the Edge of Night second. So at this point in the game, you're kind of screwed as a team. Okay, this might work. Yeah, this looks like you're kind of screwed because you guys are even in gold. They have one more dragon, but their comp is better than your comp. So at team fighting, even not at team fighting, they're kind of better. So the advantage of having like your bot lane is double range. They're supposed to win lane. Like they get to control the entire wave with two ranged champions. The weakness is team fights and stuff. You got two ranged champions. They don't do anything in team fights compared to like a tanky Blitzcrank that can start the play. Also, you versus Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is more useful than you in a team fight. As his big ultimate. And then same with Malzahar and Singed. Malzahar is better at team fights, and then top lane they're both not that great at team fights, but Pantheon's winning in the side. So like if Pantheon split pushes and Echo split pushes, Pantheon wins. So you kind of mostly. I feel pretty bad right now. If I'm your team, like this situation is not good. But that's the assessment. You need to make this assessment usually around 15 to 20 minutes. Like, how do we win this game? And
Mm-hmm.
with my assessment, as I said, you guys are bad at team fighting, so it's not by team fighting. It is by solo killing, or like finding people in the jungle. Like you just find people, hope to kill them, and that's it. Which you are good at. You can kill. You needed Edge of Night though. The problem is, without Edge of Night, you can't kill Fiddlesticks because he just fears you. Right? If you jump on him, you can't kill Malzahar because he just ults you. And same, you can't kill Pantheon because he just stuns you. So, and Blitzcrank, he knocks you up. So, you needed the Edge of Night to be able to make those kind of plays where you can solo kill people. Right now, the only person you can solo kill is Misfortune. And again, that's because you don't have Edge of Night. And then, so like advice for your team is you would have Echo and Singed split push. So Echo maybe goes top, Singed maybe goes bot. You have your Sivir and Jhin clear mid, and you have Jhin traps to kind of keep them safe. And then you run around looking for kills during this chaos, because the enemy they will be confused. They will be like, do we stop Echo top? Do we try to stop Singed bot? Do we try to kill Sivir Jhin mid? And during that chaos, you look for your opportunity to find them split up, and then you can look for your kill as Kha'Zix.
Mm-hmm.
But that's more of a, I shared with you the team strategy. Like, your team has to do that, and then you have to do your job of looking for the kills in the chaos. Yeah. But what you guys are doing is like it's typical low elo stuff, which is you just group for dragon, group mid. It doesn't work well just because of what I told you. Like, your comp is not good at team fighting compared to their comp. So, yeah. Okay. And then here's the opportunity. I'm taking Fiddlesticks camps because 4 of his team is dead. No one's gonna stop you from taking his camp. So, yeah, it's the trend you'll notice. I always, if I can, I'm trying to steal the enemy jungler's camps.
Yeah.
Oh, you have Edge of Night third. Okay, at least you have third. That's good. So now you can do your job. You can kill and do a lot of damage to a lot of people with the Edge of Night. That's it. What do you evolve second? I forgot to ask you that.
W.
W. So they nerfed W for Kha'Zix. It used to be pretty good. I don't think it's that good anymore for Assassin Kha'Zix. It's there's a Bruiser Kha'Zix build. I don't know if you tried that. But it's good on Bruiser Kha'Zix. But Assassin usually you're gonna want, in this game, I think E, but R is not bad as well. R is pretty good too. Yeah. So in this game, I wouldn't recommend W. But again, if there's a Bruiser Kha'Zix game, then I would recommend W. It's going pretty good for you. It's not supposed to, but it is. So for now, at least, that's good. So you'll notice if fights happen where it's not even numbers, that's good for you. Like if it's not a 5v5, but like a 2v2 or 3v2 or anything smaller, it's better for you. The bigger fights are not good for you.
Yeah.
Normally, I would not jump just for damage, but
Uh,
as a general rule, I think in that case is okay. I mean, nothing threatening you, but a lot of times, especially if you don't have evolved E, then after you kill him, then you don't have an E, right? So your E is like your longest cooldown, right? So and it does a lot for you. So I try not to use it unless I have to. Here in this game, you're also quite lucky that they don't really build armor, so you should be as an assassin. You should be very happy for that. Like you can constantly kill them if you find them. So here you're farming. You've been farming while you saw them fighting. Okay, no, you're moving now. It's okay. I definitely would have moved before. Just late game, which is right now, and like after like 25 minutes. Farm doesn't mean that much, especially your farm. So like after team fights, then you can clear so much farm anyways. Like but the team play is definitely more important in the later game. See, like right now, you went back, right? I wasn't looking at you, so I'm quite surprised you're even back here. Like you did go, and then after you fought, you went back to your jungle. So look at where your team is. Look at where you are. That's kind of like easy way to tell what should you do late game. You should usually be near your teammates, so you're not even close to them. You're in your jungle. They are in the enemy jungle. You guys are so far from each other. You don't have to be right next to them, but you can at least like see the Krugs. You can at least do the Krugs, and then you'll be closer to your team if they fight like that. And then at the same time, you take the Krugs, right? So that's another opportunity that you had to take his camps. You did it again. You jumped on him right in place. So usually you don't want to just jump for damage. You save your jump for maybe he flashes away, then you jump, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, so in this game, the evolved W is not really doing anything. I think there's like in that opportunity right there, like you get a kill if you had evolved E, you get another jump. Like you can dodge them, or there's a lot of things you can do with the evolved E. Same with the R. I prefer E. I think R is okay, but another R might help you. The problem with R this game is I'm not sure if you know Fiddlestick's W, he heals. It reveals stealth champions. So even if you press R, he can see you. Fiddlestick can see you. So evolved R is not that great in this game. But in other games, I would recommend Q R most of the time actually. Q then R. This game, I think Q E. Yeah, Q E. And you don't really need the Sereldas. You have the armor pen. But yeah, again, notice they have no armor. Fiddlesticks is... Oh, wait, no. Oh, they have one. Fiddlesticks and Blitz have armor. It's okay. It's okay. And then here again, notice where you are. Notice where. Oh, you're still pushing. It's okay. It's okay. So again, remember, I said this is your advice for your team. Is your strategy is you don't win by team fighting. You win by split pushing. So
Mhm.
technically, you have the right idea to split push, while your team they team fight without you. So that's why they lose. And then this is actually really good for you if you can get them. Are you getting MF? Okay. Let me. Can I see you? Can I see you?
Yeah.
Let go back. Let me rewind it, and I want to see what. Okay, let me look at you. Yeah, let me look at you. Okay. So here is kind of a mistake. Pause, and look at your team. Look at your team.
Mhm.
Look at your team. So they're fighting, right? What are you doing? You're zoning MF, right? But she's already like once you zone her enough, like look how far she is. She's not going to help her team. So then you should turn to help your team here because if you turn to help your team here, you help them before MF can help them. So you guys win this fight in the Baron. You already beat
Mhm.
MF by she's all the way over here. You don't need to worry about her anymore. Unless you have, I don't know. Do you have your jump? I don't think you even reach her with your jump. Can you click on Kha'Zix? You can see your cooldowns. You do have jump, but even with jump, I don't think you can't reach her. Like I don't think you
Yeah.
can reach her. So once you zone her, which is already very good, like she sees you, she cannot go help her team. That's already a win for you, and all you need to do is zone her like not this far, but like where you're standing right now. Once she's there, you turn around and you go help. You can go help your team. Um,
Mhm.
if she follows you, like you turn around and then she also turns around, then you just sit in the bush. You sit in the bush near the blue buff or whatever. Yeah, that bush right there, and then see what MF does. If she comes close, then you get to kill her, right? And if she doesn't come close, then you go help your team. So that's what this is your mistake right here in the
Mhm.
yeah. That's all. There you press play. Oh, but you kind of do what I said. You just did. I think you did it too late. Yeah, I think if you did it earlier, I think you might have been able to flank them here. Like you jump over blue buff or something, or you jump in them. I don't actually know that. Yeah. It's just a theory in this case. So far, I don't. Oh, one item. No, I don't know. I'm just theory crafting now. I think you could consider QSS this game actually instead of the Ghost Blade. So you have the Edge of Night, right? But that's they have so much CC that
Mhm.
perhaps I'm not actually 100% on this idea, but I think a QSS might have been good here. I guess my problem is I don't really like the Ghost Blade. I mean it's okay, but I think Evolved E would solve your issues similarly. Like it's
Uh-huh.
yeah, you need to get one kill, you get your Dust Blade reset, and then you get your E reset, and then it helps you play the fight much better that way. But yeah, so far, like I think the last two fights you lose. I mean, it's just team fights. So like I said, they are just the better team fighters. You guys, uh, nice try. I think you were going for Baron Steel, right? Were you going for the Baron Steel?
Yeah.
Okay, nice
Yeah.
try,
I
nice
thought
try.
check for
Yeah,
Baron.
yeah, nice try, nice try. I mean, it turned out bad, but I would say that's a nice try. That's nice. Yeah, you could lose. I not. I mean, your team, right? Your team loses because they're not. You're not playing to the plan. The plan that I said is that you split, cause chaos, assassinate. That's how it is. and I'm pretty sure he can 1v2 them. With oh, he's not that. No, he's pretty strong. Melder's pretty strong. Yeah, he's just the minions do that much damage.
This guy almost died to minions.
Yeah, I'm in the void lanes though. Oh, he got chunked before, I think. Which smite did you go? I forgot to look at that. Blue smite? Yeah, blue smite's generally good. But again, this game maybe I would consider the green smite. So it just tenacity is the name of the game. This game because fiddlesticks, pantheon, yeah. But no, I think blue's fine. I think blue's fine in this game. Blue's usually the best one for Kha'Zix. Again, here you're where are you and where's your team, right? There's no opportunity for you to do anything if you're this far, right? And I don't think you beat Pantheon. Pantheon's yeah, especially if he stands in the minions. Well, he's running from you. I don't think you beat him. What does he have? You have one more item than him, kind of, but he's Pantheon. So here you're holding it. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. One person needs to hold it. Ideally, it's Echo. Right? Remember my plan: Echo top, same spot. Yeah, I'm just gonna repeat that plan. that was the plan you guys needed. Yeah, you see, Pantheon is a beast. I mean, Kha'Zix is pretty strong 1v1, but Pantheon too can be a beast as well because his E negates a lot of damage. Right, his E, like if you burst him when he uses the E, you're just doing no damage, and then he can kill you after. And assassins generally struggle against bruisers. Like that's kind of how League works generally. So you're in this case, you're the assassin, and he is the bruiser. So. Yeah, I can. I think that's about all we can say. Like, I hope you see. Like, I'm thinking about your mistakes. Like, nothing terribly wrong. The biggest mistake is just you made like 10 mistakes, which is you didn't counter jungle fiddlesticks. Like, you had like 10 opportunities to take his camps, and like again, like I said, every one camp you take is one camp he loses. So that's like 2 camps advantage, and 10 times, if you make that mistake 10 times, that's 20 camp advantage. Well, how much gold is 20 camps? That's like 2,000 gold or something. Or yeah, so if you think about it that way, like you just gave up a 2,000 gold lead from all those counter jungle losses that you didn't take. And then with that lead, right, then you would have gotten your items faster. Fiddlesticks would have been weaker, right? So when Fiddlesticks ulted, he would have done less damage. When you try to assassinate people, you would have done more damage. And League is a snowball effect, so you can think of it like that. Like these small advantages, change the game a lot. And then late game is your team did not play according to your team did not think about how do we win the game. Right, and like I said, it's not you don't win the game by team fighting. You win the game by split pushing and assassinating, like that. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Like, I think we're done with this. I mean, you guys you just lose, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Any questions for me?
No.
No. Okay. I was like.